All right. So, Eve, what do you have for not red? Double check what you actually got written down. Now, this is where I was kind of chuckling to myself. You guys made this more difficult than it needed to be. You're right that it is 20 over 30. But do we need... Are we adding any of these fractions here? No, we don't need to. Because together, what will the entire spinner be? 3/3. It's a whole. So if this is 1/3, what is left over, the rest of it is going to be 2/3. Since we had 1/3, the rest of it will be 2/3. So 20/30 is correct. It's just a bigger form of the fraction than it needs to be. All right, good work there. 2/3 or 20/30. That was question 22. I don't give you points. You mark your own points. So send someone to the tower, and then we're moving on over to Eli's team. Franco, give me a number. 12. All right, solve for the top and bottom of the diamond, finding the sum and the product. I've got a reminder there. Top is product, bottom is sum. So total, you'll get 9. There was 4 for the problem, 5 for the block.
So here we're asked, one has to call Eric says X plus Y.
Your lunch option is walking taco today. It's like a taco in a bag. Which, although you guys don't need to walk around while eating lunch. Real quick, we got walking taco, the burger options, the pizza options. There's no chicken option today. So it's burgers or pizza, sun butter jelly, or walking tacos. So hands up for walking tacos, real high. That's almost everybody. 10. Hamburger. Apparently I am not on number lock. Hamburger, plain old hamburger. Cheeseburger. 1. Cheese pizza. 1. Pepperoni pizza. 3. Sun butter and jelly. Sun butter and jelly. All right. You got 30 more seconds to finish this problem. Now here's the fun part. I get to call on 2 different people for this answer. So make sure your whole group has talked. It's not your group. John, I think you need to become a teacher because you keep trying to like take my job and talk while I'm talking and control things. You can come up and do this if you want. I'll just sit over there and drink coffee and eat cookies. Well, you're on a team though, so I mean, are you going to abandon your team? I feel like it's not fair if I only let you do it. Like, I'm just giving you a hard time, but I don't mind, and I think you're probably ready for the mastery. But I think you're a really good teammate, so I kind of like you there helping out your team. You know what I mean? Not here. Carmen, what is... I'll let you choose. You want to give me the top or the bottom? Sure, what is it? Absolutely. Half of 6 is 3. Isabella, what's the bottom? Yeah, or 6.5 if we write it mixed number form. Any questions? The top we multiply, the bottom we add. They're both positive. It is nicer than it could be. Alright. That was 20. What was that?
I don't remember what number that was.
Franco, what'd you pick? You picked 12. So then, Vanessa, give me a number. 17. So tell me how much. All right, we'll rebuild it. We will rebuild it. So essentially, tell me an inequality for how much she needs to save is what we're doing here.
What if I did this?
We're gonna leave the missing blocks missing. And make it tough for everybody else. This is tough for you. Here, let's try to make the layers match. I'm gonna take that whole block out and replace it with a new one. If you look at the ends of the blocks, you can kind of see if they match or not. Oh yeah, the afternoon class built this as tall as they could. That's what else happened. So this was left over from the afternoon class yesterday, and they built it really tall. So sorry, you guys get to. Well, I guess you can rebuild it before you leave for them if you want. Make it like really hard. All right, thank you, bud. We're missing blocks because there's blocks pulled out of it. There's blocks pulled out of it.
This is the worst problem I was stuck on yesterday.
If you want to save a dollar amount, does that mean you're going to stop saving when you reach that? No, so if I try to put an inequality symbol between wants to save and 1500, it probably wouldn't just be an equal sign. Right? So that's the first thing to talk about as a team, is what sign would go in between here, because it's probably not just an equals, right? It's probably not just an equals. Because she wants to save at least 1500, and then she already has 61. So we got to take that into the equation, or the situation, I should say.
I'm really struggling. Yeah. Oh my god.
So if she already saved
Josie's
61,
problem.
we've got 61, and then whatever else we save. 61 and...
Was that an attempted assassination? I think to add some kind of equal, greater than or equal to, or less than. Because we're saying, oh, you're adding more than really what she wants to add. But she can continuously add. You don't know how much for those numbers. No, because you don't want an equal sign there, because she can add more. Look at the answer. No. Then it's not to continue.
Hey guys, if you can't handle yourself, leave. Door's right there, office is that way. I don't know what the heck just happened, but if you can't do math, leave.
Lucas wrote it down a little bit.
So if I come back here, do we both have our answers though?
Yeah. Okay, so you know where
You can solve that. How much does Kendra need to save? So me.
Oh, do you remember those things? Never mind. X equals on, and then we do this minus this.
So remember, she has 61 already, but then she's going to keep putting in more.
We need a calculator.
So she's going to add more
She wants to see
beyond the
greater
61.
than or equal to 1,500. 1,500. Is that
I forget whose question this was.
uh,
Vanessa, this was your team, right? How close are you guys to an answer?
well, no, you have to get it 1,500. Probably like 3/4 of the way there.
Well, I don't know why we're like messing around then instead of doing the math. Get it done. Guys, I'm debating whether to make this test a team test or not, but if you won't work together right now, what's the point of me making a team test? Like, you might as well just do it individually. So if you want a better chance of it being teamwork test, work together.
Yeah, so sorry, it didn't work. We got X is smaller.
All right, 30 seconds.
Yep, 1,439.
And Layla, how much does Kendra need to save? Well, that's how much more does she need to save? So to save at least, what symbol do I put in here? Greater than or equal to. So if she saves 1440, is that okay? 1,440. Yeah, because it's more than the minimum, right? 1,500 is the minimum she needs. So she needs to save greater than or equal to that. And honestly, guys, if you're trying to save up to buy something, you should probably go past your goal before you buy it, because you don't want to have zero money left, right? Zero money would be kind of scary. So that was what? 17. Send somebody up. Let's keep this train moving.
I really should move the cards over here.
Antonella, give me a number.
If this thing knocks over.
21. What is this edge? You probably already figured out the scale factor yesterday. What is this unknown edge?
I just had a heart attack.
I hope not, because yeah, we'll need to call the squad.
A mini heart attack. I don't think I can get better. Because remember yesterday we had our markers figured out to get from A to B, you have to divide by 4. Or if you want to go the opposite way, you would have to times. So does that make sense? I did it yesterday. No.
What? You're just making it a bit trickier.
Why
What? Because I want to play. You guys shouldn't be the only people to get to play. Ooh, and tomorrow we can play with those cars. We get to play with cars tomorrow. Everyone likes to play with toy cars.
Yes, I do.
I tell you we get to play with cars, and then you just want to ask, can we play spoons? Where? How did you get from cars to spoons?
Children.
Cars, not cards. Sorry, that's where I got really confused. I was like, we're talking about cars, like vroom vroom. What? Tell me that cars don't go vroom vroom. Come on. All right, how we doing? Are we ready? Are we ready? All right, Farah, what did you get and how did you get it?
1.5. So I divided 6 by 4, and I got 1.
We figured out yesterday that going this direction was times 4. So if we're going the other direction, we're going to divide by 4. And that is how we get 1.5. Very good. 21 is gone.
Moving on, send somebody up to the tower. We need a number from Eli. Give us a number. 19. Wait. Did this maybe got on there multiple times by accident. My bad. That is the same problem. Eli, pick a different one. 14. What's better than a mixed number? Nothing. Improper. Oh, come on, Antonella. You know you like math now. You don't have to admit it, but...
I won the math award 2 years in a row.
You're winning my math award. You're doing pretty awesome. 9 total. So 4 plus 5, so 9 more total. So 4 for the question, 5 for the block. So for the turn, you guys got 9 points. Who was it? Team Name or Team Pie that knocked over the tower? Did we subtract our points? Okay, when you go over there again, it's totally fine. Just checking. And really, it was gravity that knocked over the tower. We should all have this. What is 2 1/4 as an improper? 9/4.
Oh, you just type in whatever number.
All right, mid-game pause real quick. I really don't like putting missings in math. A lot of you owe me 625, 26, 27. Closure's not due yet. But if you have Chapter 6 stuff in your binder that is done, please turn it in. Please turn it in. Did we ever actually check 7?
No.
So that's what else I wanted to ask. Let's check 7 real quick. We got 20 minutes left. We got plenty of time for Jenga. Let's check 627 real fast. Then we'll come back to this question. Now remember, we have homework help and all those other help tools, so like we should have gotten some help over the weekend if we needed help. Right? Get some help on our own. Oh, 6. I'm thinking of 727. Well, guys, if you want to try to read really fast, I just showed all the Chapter 7 answers. If you go back and watch the YouTube video. You'd have to like be able to pause really quickly. Guys, I'm debating giving you the Chapter 7 answers or like making a video where I show all of them because I don't care if I show you the answers. Obviously, I'm showing you the answers. I care if you know what you're doing. Aiden.
Please explain 6-136 136
136.
Yeah.
A. What's up?
I can't find my phone. Today said she thought it might have been in the bathroom.
She had seen it in the bathroom, but then I don't know what she did with it. She carried it in the Roberts room, so if you want to check anywhere. Well, sorry, she came into Robert's room and told us, do you know who was in the bathroom? Have you checked in the bathroom?
Yes.
Aside from that, I'd maybe check the office. So, there's a life lesson. If you find a lost and found, make sure you know what you do with the said lost and found. Because now I think we have lost a lost object that had been found. 136A. So this is a conversion problem that perfectly leads to our next chapter. And it's what we've been doing. So I gotta scooch some cards out of the way. This we can set up a proportion. They tell us that 38 pounds on Mars, 17 pounds on the moon, that's all 100 pounds on Earth. So, they give us Earth, but then they ask us Mars. So what I'm going to set up for this problem is Earth and Mars. It doesn't matter what's on top and what's on bottom. So, 38 pounds on Mars. I'm going to go ahead and set up 38 pounds on Mars. And I'm going to make a little note over here that I'm doing Mars on top and Earth on bottom. Such a weird sentence. I'm going to put Mars on top and Earth on bottom. So then they give us the Earth weight of 150. How can I go from 100 to 150? Just like the problem we just did with the scaling of the shapes. If you do not know what to multiply by, divide it backwards. 1.5 is that scale factor. So we multiply the 38 by that. And we get 57. Does that help, Aiden? There are other ways to do it.
I did 38 divided by 2 is 19, so 150 pounds.
And then you added 19 more. Yep. That's another way you can do it. So what John is saying, again, being that teacher that he will be in the future, is he found that 50 pounds on Earth is 19 on Mars, and he put 38 plus 19, which gets us 57, right? You can also do this. I can't divide this nicely again. 19's a prime number, so that's probably about as low as I would go. But then... Right, I know, but I wouldn't reduce this any further, I'm saying. Like, try to get to 10, like, kind of like the Meineke method where we tried to work to 10. And then be careful, B is talking about Earth compared to the moon. So we can do the same thing. But guys, how I would have maybe started this problem, and this is why I spaced it like I did, I would have maybe highlighted 100 pounds on Earth, 38, actually, well, Mars is the orange planet, isn't it? 38 pounds on Mars. And 17. I would maybe highlight this to keep the numbers straight in my head. All right, back to the answers. Back to the answers. Yeah, there's much less gravity on the moon because it is very small. I was talking to somebody about this the other day, and I couldn't remember if you were heavier on Mars or lighter on Mars. You're lighter because there's less atmosphere. And there's just less gravity. Farah?
135D, I got 3, 7,
So D has a couple ways that we can solve it, but if you let your calculator round anything, that probably would have goofed us up. But the way that I think they want us to kind of instinctually solve this is if the denominator here is 7 and the denominator here is 7, we already have like common denominators. So we're saying what number should be over top of 7 to equal 3 over 7. So that's how they ended up saying x needs to be 3, so that 3/7 equals 3/7. What we could also do here, hey, I love that you like want to jump in and teach, but sometimes you're like interrupting my teaching, and that's not cool. Rein it in, man. This is where we can cross multiply. You have an equals sign between the fractions. That's the only time that we cross multiply is when we have fraction equal to fraction. So I could do cross multiply 7x equals cross multiply 21. And then we could divide by 7. But either way, we're still going to get x is 3. So if you really want to cross multiply, we could do that there. And then divide by 7. Or you could recognize they have the same denominator, so they need the same numerator. To be equal, that is. Closure, probably Thursday. I mean, you would at least have till tomorrow, but I'll probably do Thursday because I think we'll start the mastery on Thursday. Sorry, I need to update this board. I'll have it updated by later today. I just need to get a planning period. I got busy this morning with some other stuff. Answers. There are all your answers. And guys, I don't even have 625 in map yet. So the likelihood of me actually getting 627 in is kind of small. But like I've had to explain to a couple people, if I get it in, and if yours is missing, that's okay. As long as that's short term. If it's missing for a week or 2 or 3, that's a big deal. But missing for a day or 2 while you're like, oh crap, I need to get that done, turn it in, that's fine. Any other questions we need to talk about before we go back to the review game? Come see me, like, I don't know, at that time in the middle of the day when we consume food and can also do arithmetic and geometry. Math lunch. Sorry, that's the easy way to say that. If it's done, turn it in. If it's not, I should see you at some point later. Or you have homework. All right, let's go, I don't know, another 2 minutes on this question. Another 2 minutes on this question if you need.
Yeah.
Whose question is this? Who picked this?
It's our question.
Are we sure?
Yeah.
Because I thought Eli picked a question and then I made him pick another.
No, Eli picked 19. This is 14. No, but 19
Yeah.
was the one that was the same.
It was a repeat. Quit trying to claim Eli's question. So I think this is Eli's group, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is you guys. So you got 2 minutes left.
Okay.
John.
Yep, that's what I thought.
It is mean to try to claim somebody else's question. How dare you? You guys should remind me at the end to show you the rest of the closure answers so it's recorded in the video. Can you try to help me remember that? To show answers before you leave? Because I want to record it in the YouTube.
No, I was not there. I just heard about it. At home. That Layla, Owen, Mallory, and Jake were trying to figure out where to start. 66. What did you hear at 66? 25. Okay. The bottom one.
I know it sounds fishy.
What?
So I know it sounds fishy. You know, if you're done with the problem we're looking at, you could do other problems. You don't have to wait and talk to the teammates. Figure it out. You can add or divide or like multiply or like play with numbers. You can 5D process if you want. Think about factors. So if the top is what we got from multiplication, start breaking it apart. Think about the factors that can make that top number. Uh-oh, Mia's got something written down for part C. I think some people are blank on part C. So Mia, you talk with your team, you got some knowledge to drop on them. Eli, how's your team doing? Do you need more time or are you ready? You're all ready? Alright, bring it back together. Layla, and we know it's Layla from that team over there. Hold up, you get to choose. Do you want to give me the top number, which is the product, or the bottom number, which is the sum? What is the product of these? 45 over 24, because we multiply top to top. 5 times 9 is 45. Bottom to bottom, 6 times 4 is 24. Then, Isabella, what is the sum? You can say that again because I was not listening because I had to find my answer key.
37 over
Yeah, because we can use 12 as our common denominator here. So times 3, 9 times 3 is 27, times 2, this would become 10 over 12. And they added those together to get 37 over 12. Get to that common denominator, add it up from there. Questions? Vincent.
Would 74/24 also work?
Yes, if you use 24 as your common denominator, that would work. All right. Moving on, that was question 14. Mia, give me a question. 8. Huh. Remember when I was encouraging you guys to move on and do the other diamond? Like, that's really funny. Thank you for coming up. I forgot to say send somebody up to the tower.
You guys got it. You guys got this, right? Okay, let's try and go on. You guys have time to go on. So you need to figure out what numbers multiply. Like that. You kind of have to figure out like what two numbers would multiply to -5 or
We're not even looking at the same thing.
but also
Give this one done.
yeah.
Oh, make sure we're talking. Do we all agree? In other words, like, we're ready to keep moving on and keep making the Granite Tower taller. Then. Yeah? Yeah, you guys all have it? I moved the cards and now I'm going to forget that I moved the cards.
No.
Alright, so you guys are ready?
Yes, sir.
So they had already started working on this last problem, so they went a little quick. So Cade, tell us what you guys got. 2 and -12. Would you like to explain that? Or you want me to move on to somebody else? Choir. Layla, are you able to explain that? John, explain it. Why 2 and -12?
2 times -12 is 20 or -24.
So if we think about the product that we need to make, we needed one negative number to make a negative number. So 2 times -12 works. Why does that work for the addition?
Because -12 plus 2, which would be basically taking away 2 negatives, -10.
Yeah, if you want to go to -10, go past it and then come back up 2. That works. Good work, guys. Moving on, that was 8. Send somebody to the tower. Fire, give me a number. 4. Serena found the spinner. What is the probability of yellow or blue? Or, meaning I'm happy with it. Ah, gravity! Alright, let's reset.
Oh my god.
I think we should reset this middle row.
Still in the lead.
Right there.
We're still in the lead. It's fine.
Alright, there you guys
They
go.
never did that. I was still in the middle. Wait, Team Ty Helen's on the negative.
You guys are the only ones that haven't knocked it over, right?
Yeah.
Well, let's see if we can get you to knock it over before the end of class.
No, keep going, guys. No.
Okay. We still are in the lead.
Wait, that's not a game.
Yellow or blue?
That's right. I forgot you guys were here. Oh, yes. You guys are
If you mix yellow and blue, what do you make?
Green.
Purple.
Gr-
I think it's green, isn't
I
it?
just
So if I don't care whether I get yellow or blue, I'm looking at both regions, and I like to use green as good, right? Green is good. So we're putting these regions together. We don't care whether it's yellow or blue. Put them together. We're happy with either of them. Maybe red makes us lose.
Yeah.
Like a weeble. Oh, you're setting it up to be wobbly for the afternoon class.
It's gonna fall.
Okay, let's
What happens if it falls again?
Can I go? Can I go?
I don't think it's gonna work with my mask on. What happens if it falls again? Hopefully they made it fall, because then we will all make it fall.
Why no?
Can the shark pull it in here? How we doing over here? How we doing?
I know it. I will not make that ball.
But this is your question, right?
Yeah.
So you have the chance to make it fall.
Yes.
I'll be going over.
Alright, we are almost out of time. Antonella, what do I need? We're going to potentially work through this together. What do I need before I can add fractions? Common denominators. With 6 and 5, what is the common denominator? So we do times 5 times 5, times 6 times 6. So 5 30ths, 12 30ths. What do we get? 17 30ths. Send somebody up, see if you can knock the tower over.
Knock the tower over. Knock the tower over.
Yes.
Do it, Aiden.
Yoink. Alright, that is all the time I have with you guys. Oh, hold up. Thank you for reminding me. So that it's recorded in the video, even though you guys have this in your book, and you could honestly get to it in your book, here are the rest of the answers to the closure. So 140, 141, 142, 143, 144. Like, guys, all of this is in your book, but just in case you would rather come back and watch the video, review what we did together, and then the other problems, there we go. All right, have a wonderful day. No excuse to not have stuff done. I'm giving you all the answers.
Be messy.